you've committed an offence, so I need your name, your date of birth and your address.
I'm not giving them to you.
You realise that if you don't give me the details, I'm going to have to arrest you.
Welcome to Review the Audits, where we put misconduct on display, examine police and legal matters, defend civil liberties, and demand accountability. This episode is brought to us by PJ Audits. Be sure to check the link below, subscribe to his channel, and give him the credit he deserves. In this episode, Auditor PJ carries out a lawful drone flight over a factory, and as expected, the police are called. Officers arrive on scene, and one of them immediately stands out, not for professionalism, but for how completely out of her depth she is. She shows no understanding of the law, cannot clearly explain what offense she believes has occurred, and fumbles through half-formed claims while still attempting to project authority. When PJ calmly dismantles her position, the fallback response is immediate and entirely predictable: threats of arrest. This video highlights just how desperate police forces must be if this is the level of competence being deployed on the streets.
Love, are you recording, mate?
Yes, I am. Are you recording me?
I am.
Fair play. Okay. We had the call. Are you aware?
That's why I'm still here waiting.
Oh, okay. They are saying that you've been flying a drone.
That's right.
Over the premises.
That's right.
Oh, okay. What's the intention of that?
To take a video. It don't matter what the intention is. It's uncontrolled airspace, love, and I can fly wherever I like.
Oh, and have you got any certificate for that?
I don't need a certificate for it.
But you got flyer ID?
I have got a flyer ID.
Yeah.
Have you got that?
Can we have a look at your flyer ID, please?
Yeah.
Pretty much that, so yeah.
So what are the rules and regulations then of flying over an occupied space?
You're supposed to know this, not me.
Well, you're the person that's got the licence, so therefore I'm checking to see whether you know what the rules and regulations are.
Am I alright just to hold it, Peter?
As long as you don't take photographs of it.
I'll record it.
No, don't want that.
Record it anyway.
No, don't want it. Don't take recording.
It's okay, it's in my possession. I'm not going to do anything with it.
Yeah, I don't want you recording it. It's my property.
Okay, I know.
Thank you.
It's property, but you're giving me your property. So what I'll do...
No, you took it off me. I showed it you and you took it out of my hand.
Yeah. Because it's
Right,
easy for
and
me.
I want it back now, thank you.
It's easy for me just to get your details. Okay, darling, I'm just going to write it down. But
No, you're alright.
Hang on. I'll just quickly take your details.
This is the first red flag, and it happens immediately. PJ briefly shows his flyer ID, and the officer simply takes it, not to verify an offense, but to begin extracting personal details when none are lawfully required. That is not routine policing. It is overreach. Officers do not have the right to retain someone's identification or gather information simply because they feel curious or uncomfortable. A flyer ID is not a license, and it is not an official police-issued document. It is a voluntary identification card used within the drone community to demonstrate training, registration, or operator details, primarily to reassure members of the public or landowners. There is no legal obligation for it to be handed over, retained, or examined by police unless a specific statutory power applies.
You've got my details, you've got them on your camera.
Yeah, but I need to rewatch it. It's easier if I just write it down.
If we've come out to somebody, what we'll do is we'll PNC you, right? Because we've come out specifically to come and see you because you've been flying.
Yeah, but I don't have to give you my details. The only reason I've given you my details, I don't even have to give you that. And now she's taking it off me.
She hasn't taken it off.
She has, she's refusing to give it me back.
Okay.
Don't matter, I want it back, thank you, my property.
Okay, so what I think it is, okay, and according to the law, have you heard about Article 265 Navigation Order 2016?
Just a series of numbers.
No, it's not.
2016.
It's actually an offence, okay?
Right.
By the sound of it, you have broken the law today.
No, I haven't.
So now, if you just listen out to me, okay? So I suspect you have broken the law. In order to, I expect to obviously ask for your details, get your full name, date of birth, etc. Or then tell me whatever.
I haven't broken any laws.
Okay.
This is where the bluff truly collapses. She reaches for Article 265 of the Air Navigation Order 2016 and declares an offense, as though simply naming legislation is enough to make it stick. It isn't. Citing a provision does not establish a breach. You still have to explain how the conduct satisfies the legal elements of the offense, and she cannot do that. Worse still, she is relying on outdated legislation. The drone regulatory framework was updated and restructured under the 2020 amendments, which is where the sub 250 gram categories, operational classes, and current restrictions are clearly defined. Falling back on a 2016 provision in a post-2020 regulatory environment demonstrates that she has not kept pace with the very rules she is attempting to enforce.
Would you like me to demonstrate what it is?
You can demonstrate what you like, and then I'll show you the proper version.
The proper version?
Yeah, the proper version that says a sub 249 gram drone can fly anywhere. As long as it's not,
No.
as long as it's not an airfield or a prison.
No, this other
That's
laws.
2016, that's 8 years old.
But it's
Yeah.
slightly
Yes.
changed with the recording device, hasn't it?
Doesn't matter.
Well, it does if you record.
No, it doesn't. You don't know nothing, mate.
Do you
I'll
just
show you in a
wanna-
minute.
That's on there. Do you just want to go through the point and I'll just add this to the log?
But we haven't
Would you-
seen where you've been flying.
Would you?
Doesn't matter.
Well, it does, because you're not supposed to fly with 150 metres of
Who's told you that
built-up
rubbish?
area.
Who's told you that?
That's what it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Have they given you permission to film?
You don't need permission. As long as I take off and land in a public place, I can fly wherever I like.
Well, it's a private place, isn't it? It's not public.
No, I said if I take, as long as I take off and land in a public place, I can film whatever I like, and I can fly wherever I like, as long as it's not an airfield
What about human
or a
act
prison.
right then?
What about what?
What about human act rights? What about human act rights?
Human what?
Human act rights.
I don't know what you're
Have you
saying.
not heard about human act rights?
What about it?
This is where she completely loses the plot. She claims PJ needs permission because it is a private location, instantly revealing that she does not understand the fundamental difference between land ownership and airspace. PJ is right to shut it down. Permission on the ground determines where you can stand, not where you can fly. If you launch from a lawful public location and you are not operating in restricted airspace, landowner consent is irrelevant. When that argument collapses, she reaches for sheer desperation. Out comes the vague reference to human act rights, not even the correct name, let alone a coherent application of the law. The Human Rights Act does not prohibit filming, does not grant officers the power to shut down cameras, and does not override aviation regulations simply because someone feels uncomfortable.
Video the Queen on her balcony, which is private property. I can do, and nobody can do anything about
There's no
it.
balcony now. are
What?
they? There's no balconies here, are they?
Well, what difference does that make? The point I'm making is,
It is.
I'm videoing somebody on private land.
Okay, but that's not a scenario we're talking about, are we?
No, it is, that's what you've just been talking about.
We're talking about you flying over a private business.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Well, it is, because...
No, it isn't.
Well, it is.
You've got to get the current laws,
It is.
not laws. It's like saying 50 years ago, 60 years ago, they used to hang you for murder, but they don't anymore.
Well,
So that I'm not going to get hung.
there are certain laws that still stand.
Right, and you're wrong.
We are.
You are wrong, yes, thank you.
I shall clarify.
This exchange completely dismantles her position. PJ correctly explains that there is no general right to privacy in public view, and he uses a clear, simple example to illustrate the point. If something can be seen from a place the public is lawfully entitled to be, filming it is lawful. His Buckingham Palace example is not about balconies, it is about visibility. The law does not distinguish between royalty and a factory. It focuses on whether the subject is exposed to public view. Her response, "There's no balcony here," is staggering. It shows she has not only misunderstood drone law, but has also failed to grasp the basic analogy explaining fundamental privacy principles. Rather than engaging with the legal concept, she fixates on a literal detail and believes she has made a valid rebuttal.
You're telling me if I get myself a drone,
As long as it's sub 250, yeah?
and stand in the road and film you,
Yeah,
fly it over your garden,
yeah.
that's absolutely fine with you.
You can fly it over my garden. Now, if you
Okay.
try and video in through the windows and stuff like that's a different
Well,
matter.
how do you know I'm not?
I don't. But you're talking about scenarios, and you didn't want scenarios a minute ago when I'm talking about the Queen.
Yeah, but that's a different matter.
Why is it a different matter?
Because because it's the Queen.
Because I was saying it and not you. Right, okay.
No, I didn't say,
Yeah.
that. No, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a public place, but where you flying your drone, it's not a public place.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Doesn't
So,
matter.
Yeah, I ain't got a problem if you take it around the common or a park, but what I'm being told is that you've been flying it over this business.
I have flown it over that business.
Okay.
I have flown it over that business because I'm allowed to legally.
I've got here lots of points that you're not allowed to do.
And what
Okay.
the laws have changed since 2016.
Okay, I'm aware of it.
Well, you obviously are not.
She remains fixated on the idea that ownership of the ground somehow extends upward, as if businesses own a vertical column of sky above their rooftops. They do not. Airspace is not divided by property boundaries, and labeling it as not a public space does not change that reality. Conflating the two is a fundamental category error, and she keeps repeating it because she does not understand the legal framework she is attempting to enforce. Airspace is not classified as public or private in the same way land is. It is regulated. Either it is restricted or it is not. And if it is not restricted, permission from a business is irrelevant. Her persistence makes it clear she is inventing rules on the spot to justify interference, rather than applying the law as it actually exists.
Okay.
Mine's below
Where's your
250 grams. In the car.
Okay, can we have a look, please?
No.
We can't.
No.
We can't.
No.
So how do I know that what you're telling me is the truth?
Because I've told you.
Well, I need to see some proof on that. If you're quoting me a lot of them laws and then you say, actually, you can't see my drone, how do I know that this is your drone? And what it weighs? I didn't even know what drone you've got. I haven't
I've told you what I've got.
Well, people tell you a lot of things, okay?
Don't dispute they do. Don't have to give it you.
You do. Because
Why do I?
You committed an offence.
That's what, sorry?
I suspect you've committed an offence, so I need your name, your date of birth and your address. In order to
I'm not giving them to you.
In order, in case we need to contact you further in relation to this, if they want to make a complaint, okay?
But we're trying to find out what the story is. We're not trying
That's
to,
fine. I'll stand here all day until you find
I
out.
haven't got time for that. I haven't got time for that.
Well, that's not my problem.
But what the officer's asking is, you've got the right to ask you for your name and your date of birth, and it's an offence not to give it.
No, it's not. It's only an offence if I refuse to give my name and address, if I've been arrested or I'm being detained.
Well, you're not being any of those.
Right, thank you. So I don't have to give my...
She gives herself away the moment she asks, "How do I know it's under 249 grams?" and then immediately pivots to suspicion. That is not how suspicion works. Uncertainty is not grounds. If an officer has no facts indicating an offense, they do not get to treat that absence of evidence as justification to escalate. PJ refusing to prove the weight is not defiance. It is a recognition that there is no lawful power compelling him to do so. The second officer then falls back on the classic street-level myth that police can demand your name and address, and that refusing is an offense. PJ dismantles that claim instantly, and what follows is the most revealing moment of all. The officer confirms that PJ is not detained and not under arrest. That single admission completely strips away any remaining leverage they thought they had.
You realise that if you don't give me the details, I'm going to have to arrest you.
That's all right, then I'll sue you.
Fine, you're not going to sue me, but I haven't got your details, you're refusing your details. You have committed an offence in my eyes. So I need your details, so I can deal with you without taking you to custody. If you refuse those details, I'm going to have to arrest you, okay?
And what are you going to arrest me for?
For breach of that?
For breach of that?
For breach of the flying, yeah.
What flying rule's that? Explain to me. Give me the details.
The one that you've been arguing to me about.
Right, which is what?
Okay, let me quote it again for you.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
Unmanned aircraft
Right,
need to people, vessels, vehicles or structures.
right,
Okay?
right.
That law. Thank
Right.
you very much. Yeah?
But you're quoting specific weights, etc. But you can't prove to us what weight you're
You're
thrown in.
refusing.
Oh, I can do.
We
You're
can't, because you're
refusing
not allowing
to,
us to see it. So
I can
therefore,
do.
the officer's got the right, because at this moment she doesn't know whether an offence has been committed, to ask you for your name and address and the date of birth. It's a normal thing, but you're refusing to do that. You're making it difficult.
I'm not making it difficult. I'm just telling you. I'll show you my drone, that's all I'm going to do.
I see you've got a lot of time on your hands, alright.
I'll show you my drone, that's all I'm going to do. So then she prattles on about, why do I have to threaten to arrest you for you to give me your details? I didn't give her my details at all. All I did was show her my drone. Does she look good? Does she look good as a police officer, or does she look an absolute nincompoop? Anyway, I'll let you be the judge of that.
She ends up looking completely out of her depth, and that outcome is driven entirely by her own words and actions. Every justification she reaches for collapses the moment it is examined. Private property turns into confusion over airspace. Privacy becomes a misunderstood concept. Waiting becomes suspicion rooted in ignorance. What makes this so uncomfortable to watch is that none of it unfolds under pressure. This is not fast-moving or high-stress. She has time to think, time to listen, and still chooses to bluff her way forward. PJ does not expose her by arguing harder. He exposes her by allowing her to keep talking until the gaps become impossible to ignore. The episode works because it shows escalation driven by ego, not evidence. Each correction does not reset the interaction. It triggers the next threat. Officers like this are not dangerous because they shout or rush. They are dangerous because they believe themselves while being wrong. Someone who cannot distinguish airspace from land, opinion from law, or uncertainty from suspicion should never be reaching for arrest threats. Yet here she is, empowered to escalate until someone gives in. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me continue my independent coverage. Also, be sure to check out PJ Audits. His channel is linked in the description. Show him some support. Thanks for watching. This was Review the Audits, and I'll see you in the next one.